Hey everyone, Coach Michael here with you, and so excited you're joining me on this For Sale by Owner University 101 webinar. We are going to have an absolutely fantastic time here together, and you are going to get a lot of great information that is going to help you beat that 90% failure rate. That's right, 90% of for sale by owners that try to do it themselves fail. And we have a 99% success rate through our coaching of helping those people save, just like yourself, save tens of thousands of dollars and successfully navigate the process to get their home sold by owner. We're going to give you a lot of great information tonight. Hope you're ready to take some notes or this morning, depending on what time frame you're watching this webinar on, and we are excited. So before we get started, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Michael. I go by Coach Michael and have been successfully coaching for sale by owners over the last couple years. Now, I am also a top producing real estate broker in the greater Seattle area and a Zillow Premier 5-star broker. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what made me take this risk of taking all of the knowledge and expertise and systems that I developed to become a top producing broker in the greater Seattle area and hand them over to people like yourselves that are simply just trying to sell their home by owner and save some significant money. So I'm going to open up here with a poll, and then I'm going to show you a quick intro video of that addresses those initial questions a lot of people have as to why I would put on a free webinar like this one you're about to participate in. So I'm going to go ahead and load this poll. You should see it show up on the right-hand side of your screen. And the question is the time frame that you want to list your house within. So just let us know. Are you wanting to list your house within 1 week of watching this and attending this webinar, or 2 weeks, 4 weeks, or do you even have it currently listed on Zillow or some other platform? So go ahead and vote. Would really appreciate your participation. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for voting. This is really helpful to allow me to really target and speak directly to the people that have a sense of urgency, or to know if most of you are planning on putting this out a little bit further. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for participating. Okay, well, as we continue to get these poll results, I'm going to go ahead and launch this intro video, and then I'll be right back with you to go over the high-level overview of the step-by-step process of what it takes to join our client basis of 99% of by owners that successfully sell by owner. I'm going to go ahead and launch this video and be right back with you.
Hey, Coach Michael here. Thanks so much for joining us on this For Sale by Owner University 101 webinar. I think you're going to really enjoy the content and walk away with some tips and nuggets on how you can successfully sell by owner for top dollar. Now, a lot of people ask me, Coach Michael, why on earth would you help people sell by owner when you're a top producing broker in the greater Seattle area? You're a Zillow 5-star premier broker. What is it that motivates you to want to share tips to help people sell by owner? And for me, there's two main driving factors. One is experiences with past clients and existing clients related to buy owners and distressed property and helping save sellers some significant cash. And the second is a YouTube video that I posted back in April of 2014 that has organically gotten a ton of traffic and views, showing me the demand for this kind of information. So let's go back to my client experiences. So my client experiences, and what motivated me to want to provide this kind of information is I hung my license in the state of Washington in 2007. Now, as you know, we all know, the market took a serious nosedive in late 2007 and 2008 and continued to nosedive for the next couple of years. So I dealt with a lot of distressed sellers, a lot of short sales, people that were losing their shirt on their property and really just desperate to get out of it and not foreclose on it. And that was really hard to watch people go through that. So since my business is such a small sliver in the greater Seattle area, and my clients that I work with honestly don't desire to sell by owner, because a lot of people do find value in a real estate broker and safety in a real estate broker and a professional, it's not, to me, it's not a big deal to help a few other people out that are trying to sell by owner and maybe just need a little tip here or a tip there and some small coaching just to help them through the process. Because statistically, we know that 90% of for sale by owners fail. They do not successfully complete the process. Those that do, statistically, by National Association of Realtors data, sell for an average of 18% less than a broker would representing that same property. So the data shows clearly that brokers can do a better job in selling a home than a typical for sale by owner. So another client experience that really drove me to want to create this ability to coach people on for sale by owners is an experience I had actually working with a buyer selling a for sale by owner property. And the seller, representing himself, missed one little spot on the contract which cost him $25,000. True story. He was in the aerospace industry, designed parts for Boeing and sold those parts to Boeing for their planes. And so he was a smart guy. He'd been experienced with contracts. And when I wrote up the contract and presented it to him, I said, hey, you should really at least get this reviewed by a real estate attorney or somebody. And he, clearly, and I put it in writing in an email because I know that mistakes happen, but he was assuring me that, hey, he was in business and he dealt with a lot of contracts and he was comfortable representing himself. So when it came time for him to sign and look at his HUD statement about 4 days before we were supposed to close, he realized that he had to pay an extra $25,000 to my buyers because of one little space that he missed. And, I felt bad for him, but at the same time, I had suggested, I'm a professional, I'm representing my clients as a professional in their best interest. I suggest you get an attorney, and he didn't want to listen. And so he tried to blow up the deal, but we let him know, hey, you have to follow through with this, or you could be sued for specific performance because your name is on this. You agreed to it. You agreed that you understood everything, and now you need to complete the sale. And so anyway, long story short, he had to end up eating that $25,000, and I felt bad for the guy, even though I wasn't the one representing him. I see that there are some spaces in the real estate transaction that even a smart person, like somebody in the aerospace industry, selling, components to Boeing, can miss out on a small little thing on the contract, and it can cost them dearly. So the second reason being this video that I posted that I mentioned to you, it has nearly 6,400 views, all organic, and 40 likes on YouTube, and it's related to tips on how to sell by owner on Zillow. So I address several things that a lot of people don't think about when they're going to sell by owner, related to tire kickers, how to present your home properly, information like that, and have found it to be so widely popular. I've gotten so many calls and emails from doing that video from people that were just looking for help that I ended up starting a little side business from my traditional business in coaching people to successfully sell by owner. So what I found is most people with a little bit of coaching and helping over some of the rough spots that they're not familiar with or don't know how to get past, these blocking issues that buy owners face, I can annihilate that 90% failure statistic and significantly help a lot more people successfully sell by owner with a little bit of coaching. So that was another reason that really motivated me to pursue creating a coaching series and webinar specifically for people that are trying to successfully sell by owner. Now, one of my success stories is a client named Jim E, and he contacted me about a property that he had in Bellevue, Washington, and he lived in Florida. He was trying to sell property in Bellevue, and the best he had it in contract for was $630,000, and the buyer ended up walking away. He never completed the contract, and so that's when he reached out and contacted me, found out I did consulting for owners. I got involved. He ended up selling the property for $720,000 4 months later, and that was honestly my greatest success story in terms of helping somebody boost their value that much. So I really started to see value in helping people over the humps, over the hiccups. A little bit of coaching can go a long way and turn that 90% failure rate into a much smaller number and significantly put cash back in people's pockets. And I feel really good about that, and I sleep really well at night because of helping people out like Jim. So I hope that you really enjoy this webinar and get a lot of good tips. I hope you're ready to take some notes and get some good information so you can keep tens of thousands in your pocket and hopefully be able to successfully sell for top dollar by owner.
Okay, so I know a lot of you that are here with us are probably taking the I'm going to throw it against the wall and see if it sticks mentality when it comes to selling by owner. Right now, I just want to ask you to please take that hat, that mentality off, wipe it away, flush it down the toilet. And I want you to have a mentality that you are going to successfully sell your home by owner. And I'm going to give you the high-level overview and the coaching resources and the tools that you need to successfully do it. And you're going to learn that tonight. So let's go ahead and go through some of these items. And again, just really want you to take on the mentality that you can do this. Yes, it's true that 90% of people that try to do it on their own fail, whether they're using a flat fee service or whether they're going with some other buy owner service. We are not a buy owner service. I am a top producing real estate broker. I know how homes sell. I know the systems that it takes to sell them and the skills that it takes to sell them. And I'm going to personally take you step by step, holding your hand through the entire process so you can successfully mimic my activities and successfully sell your home by owner. This is why we have a 99% success rate and guarantee your success 100%. Let's take a look at the different coaching videos. So we have a step-by-step system. There's 17 videos total. Now, as you can see, this looks like a lot, but again, all of these different videos will take you in depth to each step in the process, and you will know exactly what you need to do at any given point from start to finish in this process. It's a phenomenal system, and it really does work. Okay, so let's start off by looking at the first thing, getting organized for action. So statistically, it's true that 10% of real estate brokers in an area do 90% of the business. These are people called the top producers. And most of the top producers have a couple of common skills and disciplines in common. One of them specifically is being organized. I'm going to go through this exact organizational structure that I use for managing my listings and my transactions and my contacts and my contracts that I use in Gmail. So again, this 101 webinar is simply a high-level overview. I don't have time to go in depth into all of the different ins and outs of each of these videos because honestly, the 201 course is almost 5 hours long in total. You don't have to look at all the videos to their full length, but we recommend it. It's well worth your time, and it's going to save you and make you tens of thousands of dollars in the training overall. So, but I do utilize Gmail and Google Drive as a system to keep myself organized. And I always recommend, just as a free tip, that when you're going to list your house by owner, you want to create a separate email account. So you probably have your primary email account, could be Yahoo, Hotmail, Outlook, Gmail, whatever it is. But I want you to create your own separate email address for your home sale. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you begin to advertise your home and you put it on the web and you put it on signs and you put it on flyers, you put it on Craigslist, a lot of spammers will pick up those email addresses and start sending you a whole bunch of junk. So you do not want to use your primary email address and throw it out there to the general public, or you're going to be fighting spam for years. So go ahead and set yourself up a special, it's absolutely free. So get a special unique email address that you're going to use specifically just for your home sale and use that and that email account to manage your transaction. So we go in depth to how to utilize your calendar and Google Drive for your files and organizing your contacts and using it like a CRM to manage all the people that contact you so that you can get back to them in a timely manner and make sure you're responding to everybody in a timely manner to get the largest buyer pool possible for your home. And again, I show you in videos how to do that in our 2001 series. So going on to the next item here in our 101 course, we're going to take a look at planning your transition. You need to think about where you're going to go and what your moving options are. You also want to think about how and who your utility companies are and how you're going to contact them to cancel your utilities and forward your mail. So again, our 201 video coaching course, you'll hear me reference that a lot because we go over all of your moving options, give you references, and help you identify the best way for you to transition in the sale of your home. So next thing we go over is title and net proceeds. Now, this particular video in our 201 course is worth the entire cost of the course alone because most of our customers will save between $200 and $300 in how we show you how to get a discount in your title and escrow fees that essentially cover the cost of the entire course of the 201. So we'll show you how to open title, figure out your net proceeds, and get that whole process going to make yourself look like a savvy home seller for when buyers or brokers with buyers approach you. You will have an excellent thing to communicate and provide to them, and they're going to have a lot of confidence in you in being able to successfully complete the transaction because most people do not. Next thing we're going to go over is we're going to look at the whole home evaluation. So you need to get a good idea of what you need to fix up and repair and prepare on your home. We also go over the spaces to focus on that are most important. And this is something that is extremely important in the preparation of your home prior to taking it to market in order to get top dollar for your home. So normally, in fact, I'm going to give you guys a special offer right now. For those that are attending this webinar and watching it here with us, if you will go ahead and click the link below to share that you are attending this webinar on Facebook, click the Facebook share link and go ahead and send us an email with the URL where you shared that on your wall. Then we are going to go ahead and email you our entire PDF of our whole home evaluation. It's about 3.5 pages, and it goes over everything you need to look at on your home to properly prepare it. Now, you don't have to do all of it. You can choose to do some of it, but what you really want to do is look at the budget and what you have to spend to properly prepare your home to market. And we even list out the items on here that are most important to today's buyers. The spaces to focus on is really, really important to know. So if you will go ahead and share this on your Facebook page, to your friends and your sphere and your coworkers and everybody else that you're attending this webinar for free, then we're going to go ahead and email that PDF to you. So another reason why you should do this just for your own sake is if you are considering selling by owner, that will put it out to your friends and your family and coworkers that you're attending a for sale by owner university webinar and that you're serious about selling your home. People that have been in your house, we've had customers that have done this, and people that have been in their house that love their house will private message them back and say, hey, you're thinking about selling, what's the price? And they'll sit down with them and can start already negotiating their deal because it's the first step in making it public that you're considering selling your home. So it's a great thing for you to do. But we'll go ahead and email that to you if you will share this on your Facebook page. Whole home evaluation is very important. I go through this with every single seller that I have, and this is one of the main things that helps me to get my clients 103% of list price on average in 2014. Really, really critical component to selling for top dollar. Okay, we also go through the modifications and repairs. As you can see, this picture on the left is a kitchen before and after. And in our modification and repair video, in our 201 course, we really go into depth of not just what you should do, but how to do it for inexpensive. So this picture on the left of this kitchen was an actual listing that I helped the seller prepare and sell. And they spent about $2,500 total on this kitchen, and $2,000 of it was on the appliances. So they only spent $500 to do everything else that you see visually that makes this kitchen on the right look that much more attractive. Of course, the picture on the left was shot with my iPad, and the picture on the right is a professional photography picture. And we will get a little bit more into photography and the importance of it down the road here in this webinar, but I want you to just take note of that and understand that it's good to have the knowledge and the coaching on your side to help you understand how you can do these simple repairs for minimal cost versus gutting your entire kitchen for $20, $30, $40,000. So there's a couple before and after pictures, and something you need to think about. What are the major modifications and repairs, and what spaces do I need to do those in order to be my home to be most attractive to potential buyers? So next thing we're going to look at is staging, why you should stage, and the impact that staging makes. I'm going to show you some important statistics in our 201 course. And just so you know, staging will get you one of the largest returns on your investment in your home sale, more than anything else. So it's a really important thing to consider. Our 201 course, we also provide you resources and questions and the different options of staging and the costs involved to do so. So that's a really big thing that you need to think about, and you might want to consider contacting a stager and begin to ask them some questions and get some bids and costs on what it's going to cost to get your home to look the way that you need it to look to sell it for top dollar. So next thing we're going to look at is photography. I always recommend hiring a professional. I hire a professional photographer for every single listing, unless it's a distressed property at a really low price point, or it's a tear down that's being sold as lot value. Otherwise, I always hire a professional photographer. And in our 201 course, again, we go over the questions and some resources of professional photographers that could be in your area, and the formats that you need those photos in order to make it most effective for your marketing efforts. So if you don't want to hire a professional, say if your home is $250,000 or less, then we also show you the best way to do it yourself, and how to edit your photos and organize them and upload them all through these amazing screen recording videos that you can see exactly how you should do that. Photography is very important to the home sale because, as you know, most buyers start their search online, and I think it's about 85 to 90% start their search online, and they determine whether they want to go look at a home based upon the photos that are uploaded. So if you have one or none, then you're probably going to get very few people asking you about your property. In fact, the only people that are going to contact you are the people that are going to be looking for a deal, because they know that without photos, then there's going to be a lot less buyers contacting you, and you might be willing to sell it for less. So photography is extremely important, and look into a good quality real estate photographer in your area that you can connect with. Next thing we're going to look at that you need to prepare for is writing a proper property description for your home and your flyer. So your description is going to go on your flyer. It's also going to go on your web ads and where you're going to upload your video to market it on the web. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in just a minute here. But your flyer is really important. And in our 201 course, if you sign up for that, then we actually provide to you the flyer that you see here, the template that you can just simply plug and play your pictures, your description, your price, your name, and all that. And we even tell you how you can print it for free in most areas in color. So that is worth almost as much of the cost of this course in and of itself as well, but it's a good resource to have. So come up with a cool flyer, make sure that you include a lot of photos in it. People love photos, and get all your information accurate on that flyer, and use a good quality paper when you do print them, and people will be attracted to your flyers, and they will give you calls off of your flyers. A lot of brokers sometimes discourage using flyers. Really, it's because it costs them money. They have to pay for it out of their pocket. On average, I spend about $150 to $200 a listing on flyers, but neighbors look at them, and neighbors sometimes know buyers, and other buyers will drive by and pick up flyers. So flyers are still really important and impactful to help you sell your home. Next thing we're going to look at is pricing your home. You want to accurately price your home. So you need to figure out how you can do a CMA successfully, and also take a look at your ultra local market. In our 201 video course, this is one of our most popular videos because it's one of the most important videos. If you don't price your home properly, it's going to do more damage for you than anything else. So we take you through some very intense screen records of step by step how to do a professional CMA, looking through pictures of like comparable properties and taking a look at the differences between the subject property and the comps to determine where you should accurately list your home. And we also show you how to take a look at the ultra local market, because real estate is all about location. And an ultra local market is very important to look at, not the broader market. The broader market can give you an idea of what homes are selling in your general zip code or area, but it's the ultra local market, your neighborhood, in your community, that are the most important factors when you're considering pricing your home. So again, our 201 video, one of our most popular ones, we show you how to do that. It's one of the longer videos we have because it is so important, and I want to make sure you understand every single detail of what it takes to look into a professional CMA and accurately price your property properly. Really important. So another thing, safety first. Many of you remember Beverly Carter and the story about her back in 2014 and how she was killed by a buyer that met her at a vacant home. So safety is extremely important. There are a lot of terrible people out there that want to do terrible things, and sometimes for sale by owners can be a target, just like real estate brokers can also be a target. So for attending this webinar, we are going to email every single one of you our free showing safety PDF. If for some reason you don't get it, you can always go to our Facebook page, and we have pictures of it up there that you can look at or print up. But this is really important, really, really important. And it goes over, you know, a lot of different items of what you can do to properly prepare yourself and your home to safely show your home and have a safety plan for your home for when you start to get contacted by buyers. This is extremely important. Some of the things I'll highlight real quick are: never show the home alone. Lock up or remove valuables from your home before you start letting people through. Unlock all the doors and plan an escape route. If you let people in the front door and your back door is locked and you need to get out of there, sometimes that, you know, couple of seconds to unlock the lock and get out the door can make it or break it for you. You want to park your car. If you normally park in the garage, park it parallel to the street where you can't be blocked in if a buyer pulls in front of your garage, and keep your keys on you. So if you do need to escape, you can get to your vehicle and get out of there. This stuff it rarely does happen, but it does happen. And that's why we do go over these things, because we really care about your safety. So check your home after buyers leave. Sometimes if you're doing an open house and you have 3 or 4 groups through, you can't always have your eyes on all of them at the same time. And some buyers will unlock windows and then come back later to break into the house after they've scoped out all your awesome stuff. So you never know who's a buyer and who's a bandit. So we definitely provide the safety guideline for you to consider and go into this a little bit more in depth in our 201 course. Mass marketing in minutes. One of our other most popular coaching videos that we do. I show you in our 201 course how to, in one stop, you can get on 20 of the most popular real estate websites. Now, I just want to pause right now and let everybody know that I do not want you to do a flat fee MLS service. I can't emphasize that enough. Stay away from a flat fee MLS service. If you're currently using a flat fee MLS service, call them up and cancel the listing right now, and get out of the flat fee MLS service. And I'm going to tell you why. Because most of you are going to successfully sell your home by owner for top dollar. And the way that I show you to market your property is not through the local MLS. You're going to be on 90% of the most popular real estate websites, and you're going to have plenty of buyers and plenty of traffic because they all check multiple sites all the time for listings, okay? But if you use a flat fee MLS service, if for some reason you can't successfully sell your home by owner for top dollar, we can refer a local pro to you, like myself, that's a top producing broker and is going to help you get top dollar. But if you go with a flat fee MLS service, then your property starts to accumulate days on market on the local MLS. So if you can't sell it on your own through the means I'm showing you, and you have to end up listing it with a broker, then you want to start off as a fresh brand new listing, because that will hurt you. If when buyers start looking at properties and they see something that's been on the market 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, they start to wonder what's wrong with it, and it really is detrimental to your home sale versus those fresh brand new listings. It's a lot easier to create a buzz, get competition, get multiple offers, or get it sold for top dollar when it's presented well and priced properly. So stay away from flat fee services, MLS services. They are not worth it, and oftentimes will do you a lot more harm in the long run than they will good. So just wanted to make mention of that. But yeah, in our 201 video, we do a screen record and show you a tool that I can provide for you guys to, with one click, get your listing on 20 plus properties. And anytime you need to update something, you can use this tool to do the same thing and update it on all 20 properties at once, instead of having to go one by one by one by one. So really important and critical tool. And a lot of these sites are wonderful, and they're going to help get you in front of buyers to get them in your house. Next thing I want to take a look at is communicating with buyers and agents. This is where a lot of buy owners blow it, is they don't know how to properly communicate to buyers and brokers and successfully get them to come look at the house, or to follow up with them, or to reel in an offer. Communication is huge, and this is where a lot of the top producing brokers shine above the ones that fail. One, I just want to point out, it's a free trip, that agents are an asset to you. And the reason is because most buyers are working with brokers, because brokers are paid typically out of a seller's net proceeds. And so why would they not want to be represented when they can essentially be represented for free? Okay. So if you bought a house in the past, you remember working with a broker, and buyers are taking all the risk. They're buying a house they're not familiar with, and they're spending a lot of money and putting a lot of cash down in most cases to do that. So they are going to be working with a broker. So it's best for you and in your best interest to advertise, be agreeable, and look at brokers that are working with buyers as an asset initially, okay? And you don't have to put the poker face on until you're ready to start negotiating. So you want to be friendly and kind and warm and whatnot. So I give you lines in our 201 courses and what to say to buyers, how to reel in offers, and the ways that you should communicate to buyers and brokers to help get the offer in your inbox, okay? So the next thing we go over is showing your home. Again, safety first. Remember to always prep for a showing, get the house clean, get it bright, get it warm. There's a lot more details that, again, 201 we go over, and how to show your home to buyers. Most buyers are used to walk in through homes without an owner being there. Well, if there's no broker involved, then somebody's got to show them the home, because you don't want to just let some stranger loose in your home and take off for a half hour. Doesn't usually bring a lot of confidence to most home sellers to do that. So we go over how you can do that most effectively. Next thing we want to look at is how to negotiate like a pro. You want to seek to understand, you want to ask questions and listen, and you have to understand the market and the comps, which goes back to that pricing your home properly video. So I again go over some of the key negotiation skills that help you leverage other buyers and offers and get top dollar for your house. Really important to know how to negotiate properly. And if you're not comfortable with this, then we have some resources that we can point out to you to help you with that. And going on here now to the purchase and sale agreement and the seller disclosure statement are two very important things related to the real estate transaction. So we go over the 7 things that they all have in common, because every state, in fact, some counties even have different purchase and sale agreements and seller disclosure statements that are specific to the location of the home and issues related to those areas and locations. So we go over in general the 7 most important things. I go over what I mentioned in the video earlier of how a seller made a mistake and it cost them $25,000 for making a mistake on one little line on the contract. And our goal is to help you successfully sell by owner for top dollar. We don't want you to make mistakes. So it is a good idea with these contracts, if you are uncomfortable, to consult a professional, and we will show you how to do that for a very reasonable amount of money if you are not comfortable negotiating this on your own, because a contract is a very, very big deal, and a lot of people are uncomfortable with it. So we give you a really great overview in 201. And if you are still uncomfortable with dealing with this yourself, once you get to this point and you have a contract in hand, so you don't get spooked and lose a great offer, we can point you to resources to help you successfully get it closed. And that's where we have attorneys that we can point you to look over it for a flat fee. But we also have our For Sale by Owner University 301 coaching program as well that can help you with this issue or any other issues that you get stuck on. So if you get in the process and you need some more help, we can help you out on a little more personal basis if you need it. And that's our 301 program that we have. So we also walk you through what happens after mutual acceptance. There's some things that you have to do as a seller in order for your house to close. You can't just sit back and kind of ride the wake. There are some really important things related to the inspection, your response, the appraisal, and things that you need to take care of from the point of mutual acceptance and afterwards. So 201, we go into a lot more depth in that, but if you are unaware of these things, then you can sit down and have a meeting with your escrow officer, and they can explain a lot more of these responsibilities in depth to you. Escrow is a neutral third party of the transaction, so they don't represent you, but they can help instruct you. So just so you're aware of that. And then the final thing in the last video that we go over in depth in our 201 course is from escrow to title to HUD, your HUD statement and close. And the HUD is really important because it shows you your net proceeds. So you want to take your estimated net proceeds to your actual net proceeds and make sure that there's not a large variance in that and that you are getting everything out of your home that you need to. There's a lot of nuances in the real estate transaction and a lot of things that you don't know And so these coaching videos, again, the 201 coaching videos go a lot more in depth into understanding these things and knowing what you need to do at any given point in the transaction. So I want to just share this statistic with you real quick, because I looked up in our local MLS and there was 794 canceled and expired broker listings in just 4 cities over the last 6 months. Now, these are real estate brokers that are supposed to be trained as brokers, have listed properties and failed to sell them to the point where they were either canceled or they expired. So again, back to the mentality, throw it against the wall and see if it sticks. A lot of these brokers have that mentality, and this is exactly why 10% of brokers do 90% of the business. And this is exactly why myself, as a top producing broker that is in that 10%, am showing you step by step how you can successfully do this by owner, because it's not just about getting in the MLS. That's why those flat fee MLS services are a waste of money and time, because getting on the MLS has so little to do with selling your home. Honestly, it does get you about 10% more exposure than the platforms I'm going to show you, but that 10% in most cases does not make it or break it for people. As you can see, these are broker represented listings that failed to sell in the last 6 months. And this is just in 4 cities in one area of the greater Seattle area, which is a really hot market. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you guys an awesome offer on our For Sale by Owner 201 course. Because you walk through our 101 course with us, I want to offer you 25% off of our 201 video coaching course. Okay, so you need to click the link below, and that will take you to the platform on Vimeo where we have all of our different coaching videos, and you can put in the code, coupon code when you check out, FSBOU25, and it's going to give you 25% off because you took this course. So, and this is only going to be available to our fast action takers. Now, what is a fast action taker? These are the people that usually end up successfully selling by owner, the people that know how to take action. They're not afraid to take action. They understand that to get a return on something, you have to invest into it. So we're asking you to simply come in and invest into yourself with some education on how to successfully sell your home buy owner for top dollar. Take the advice of a broker that is in the top 10% in the greater Seattle area and is going to walk you through step by step exactly everything that he does to sell listings for 103%. And so you can successfully sell by owner and save tens of thousands of dollars.
We know this will save you thousands, maybe even tens of thousands. So we know we could easily charge $3,000 to $5,000 all day, and people would pay it because it's backed with a 100% guarantee that you will successfully sell your home by owner. However, we've chosen to help those who want to help themselves by offering this video coaching course at a ridiculous discount. We're going to offer you all 17 of a step-by-step videos guaranteed to help you sell by owner. Videos, we're talking like getting organized for actions. We're going to show you how to get discounts on title and escrow where you will save double or even triple what the cost of this course was to you. Show you how to evaluate and properly prepare your home. We're going to teach you which modifications you should do to your home, how to utilize professional photography, or even do the best job you can doing it yourself. In our most popular video, our pricing and how to do a professional CMA. We're going to show you how to mass market your home in minutes, where you're going to get in front of 90% of all the most popular websites out there, getting you in front of the largest buyer pool possible, all included in this course. Now, there's other for sale by owner options out there that will charge you $200, $300, $400, $500 to do even less than what we're showing you. And they don't even coach you and guide you through the process. They just give you the opportunity to list your home on a for sale by owner website, which is ridiculous because you want to be on Zillow, Trulia, and Yahoo, some of the main real estate search websites out there. That's what we're going to show you how to do for one flat fee. We're also going to show you how to negotiate like a pro, how to go over a purchase and sale agreement, and of course, how to successfully close. So we're not offering this video coaching course for $3,000 or even $5,000 or $2,000 or even $1,000. But we're offering this video coaching course guaranteed 100% to help you sell by owner, or we'll give you your money back for just $97. And that $97, you'll even get that 25% discount if you utilize that code that we provided to you earlier, FSBU25 at checkout. So click the link to your right, go to our Vimeo page where our coaching videos are, and sign up today to get enrolled in this For Sale by Owner University 201 video coaching course, guaranteed 100% to help you successfully sell by owner, or your money is given back to you, and you can enroll for just $97 today minus 25%. You can't go wrong. We're excited to see you enroll. Thank you very much. Thank you. Looks like we're starting to see people sign up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're going to be so thrilled that you are enrolling in this 201 video coaching course, because 90% of people fail when they are trying to sell by owner and they have to end up listing with a broker because they don't understand 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 things in the process. We're going to help you walk through all those steps and make sure that you successfully understand everything involved and close. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Looks like we're getting several people here joining our 201 course. We're so excited to help you successfully sell by owner. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, Coach Michael here. I hope you really enjoyed this For Sale by Owner University 101 course. I hope you learned a lot. The recording replay will be available to you and sent to you via email. So if you want to come back and revisit any of the steps or the items outlined in this video, that is of course available to you. But we hope that you will sign up for our 201 course and that you will watch our videos, take the advice, and that you are going to be one of the people that successfully for sale by owner. You're going to beat the odds of that 90% failure rate. You're going to be educated, informed, and empowered for just $97 minus 25%. And you will have access to all of these coaching videos put together by a top producing broker giving away all of my secrets that I've learned over the years and the transactions I've done and the mistakes that I've made. And you're going to put those into play for your benefit, and you're going to successfully for sale by owner for top dollar. Thank you again for joining me on this 101 webinar. We hope you'll share it with our friends. We hope you'll share your testimony and your success story on our Facebook page. And you can get to our Facebook page by going to our website, www.forsalebyowneriu.com, or look for us just on Facebook and our page, like it, and leave your testimonies about what's going on. Post your pictures to your house, and make sure you let your friends and family know exactly what you're doing and network with them, because they can also help you sell your home as well. Coach Michael here. Thank you again for joining us. We hope you got a lot of great information, and I look forward to hearing your success stories soon. Thanks again.